Yo, what's going on, guys? Versal here, and today I'll be going over the new Jurrac cards that just came out in the Battles of Legends set. Just gonna read over them, kind of give my thoughts on each one, and then afterwards I'm gonna show you guys a couple just pieces of information that I think are important to know when it comes to some of these cards. Just small, subtle things that you can implement when using them, which will help a lot with your gameplay. So before I get into going over these, if you haven't subbed to the channel already, definitely do that now. Drop a like, comment, all that good stuff. It all helps me out. So in this set, we got 4 new Jurrac cards. We'll start it off with the Jurrac Stego. So this is the main starter of the Jurrac cards. It's a level 4 fire dinosaur, and its effect is during your main phase, you can destroy 1 card you control, and if you do, send 1 dinosaur monster from your deck to the grave. Then you could special summon Jurrac monsters from your hand or deck, except Jurrac Stego, whose total levels equal the sent monster's level, ignoring their summoning conditions. And then for the rest of the turn, you can't special summon except dinosaur monsters. So the Dino Lock is pretty annoying, to be honest. I think that's holding this card back a lot, but it still has some uses. If you want to play like a more Jurrac focused deck, you definitely would play this card. I'm personally not huge on it, but it's definitely like a cool card, and I will be doing a profile for like a more budget friendly Jurrac focused version of dinosaurs very soon. I did one profile already, but it's more of like what I'm going to be playing, more competitive with the Fiendsmith cards. So, but I'll do one with the Stego very soon. And then it has another effect that when it's destroyed by battle, you can return a face-up card in the field to the hand. So that's there too. But the main thing with this is you can normal summon this, use this effect, just assuming this is the only card you have, destroy itself, and then you can dump Misk, which is a level 4, so you'd get to summon 4 level 1s from deck. So you have 2 Megalos, 2 Aeolos, and then from here you just kind of climb into the new guy and then go from there. But I'll show like the full 1 card Stego combo that been working on in the deck profile, but this is kind of just going to show like what the new cards do. I'm not going to like go too in depth with any combos, but yeah, it's like the main thing that this does. It's like the new starter, but it's all right. The other monster is Jurrac Megalo. This, in my opinion, is the best card that we got. I think this card has a lot of utility in pretty much any version of Dinos, and its effect is it's a level 1 fire tuner dino, and if you control a dinosaur monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it's just a free level 1 extender, which can be nice depending on your deck list. Like, for example, I play Fiendsmith, so just being a free body is very helpful for that. But it has uses outside of Fiendsmith as well. But during your main phase, you can discard 2 cards, including a Jurrac, then draw 2 cards. So that's its on-field effect. I don't think that one's very relevant for the most part, but if you're playing like a super heavy Jurrac package, maybe it can come up more, but I don't think it'll ever come up for how I'm playing the deck personally. And then the main thing with this, outside of it being a free body, is if this card's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send a Jurrac monster from your deck or extra deck to the grave, except Megalo. And that's really important because the new synchro that we're going to go over next has a graveyard effect, and just being able to dump that to the grave and have it set up instantly is really nice. So there's other cool uses for this card, which I could show real quick, I guess, while I'm going over Megalo. If you have Megalo and Ovi, this is something that's pretty nice to have. Even if you don't have any other combo pieces, you can still do like a little combo with these, and it plays really well into stuff like Droll too, which is nice. So if you have the Ovi, you can use it to dump Misc. And this is just going to be to get you another level 4. And this is going to stay engraved, so it's going to be follow-up for next turn. So what you can do is special the Megalo, and then use the Ovi to pop the Megalo and resummon the Misc. And then when the Megalo's popped, you get to dump the Eterero to grave, and this is going to be on your opponent's turn. This one banishes these two to nuke the field. So, and then with these, for me, I play Fiendsmith, so I just go into Fiendsmith here because it's better follow-up and 3 disruptions as opposed to 2 if you play Paradise. But you could just make like a Dolka or whatever here, and then use these, and then nuke the board, summon the Meteor, and then next turn you'll have Misc to kind of, hopefully your hand has something and you could combo that way. But the Megalo is just really nice with Ovi for just another combo line, especially helpful through Droll. And if you notice, no cards were banished as well, so it's good into Lancia as well. So yeah, Megalo has a lot of utility. Another thing that's cool with this card is Reproducus and Naturia Beast. So something that you can do with Megalo, since it's a level 1 tuner, is you can make Naturia Beast a lot easier. And I'll show you in a sec. I gotta go grab Rex. So you'll get to a lot of situations where you can get these 2 cards on field, and then you can use the Reproducus to make Megalo an Earth. And then now you have a level 1 Earth tuner and a level 4 Earth, and you could just make Naturia Beast. So just having access to this card a lot easier is just nice to have, especially if it's a format where it's very spell heavy, which right now, for example, Mitsurugi is the best deck, and that deck is pretty much very spell reliant. So this card's really good against that. And then just stuff in general like talents and whatnot. It's really nice. So yeah, it's like the main things with Megalo. There's also one other thing, which, yeah, this card just has a ton of utility. It allows you to play Ground Xeno without playing any other like Meteors or anything like that if you don't want to. And before, if you didn't open a baby with Ground Xeno, it was kind of bad for the most part. But now if all you have is the Ground Xeno, you can use it to add this since it's a tuner, and then just destroy it, so you don't go like negative in card advantage with like extra cards. If you had to like pop something random and add Meteorus that wasn't a baby, like you're not getting any extra pluses off that. But you could add this, pop this, and then it sets up the Eterero nuke engrave just by itself, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, Megalo just, it has a lot of utility in the deck for sure. Really like this card. The next card is going to be the Jurrac Volcano. This is the field spell, and this one reads, during your main phase you can destroy a dinosaur monster you control, and if you do, special summon a Jurrac monster from your deck. So that's like the main effect. If it said you can destroy you control or hand or field, whatever, that'd be a lot better. But since you have to destroy on field, it's not as good, but still, like in a pinch, if you happen to draw like Volcano Baby with no other combo pieces, you can normal summon Baby and then Volcano pop it, and then you full combo that way. So that's pretty cool. And then you can access this mid combo as well to help extend your plays, so it's a pretty good card. Excuse me. And then its other effect is if your opponent special summons a monster and they have activated 4 or more monster effects this turn, except during the damage step, you can special summon a Jurrac Meteor from your extra deck and it's treated as a synchro summon. So it's pretty cool. And Meteor is just blows up the whole field. And then it has the third effect: if a Jurrac monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish a dinosaur monster from your graveyard instead. So their dino in the field will be protected, which definitely can come up. So the field spell's decent. I think whether you're playing a more Jurrac focused deck or just a dino deck, it has merit to be played at least one if you just want it as a searchable option, because Eterero can search it for you. So It's pretty good. I think if you're playing a more pure Jurrac deck, or not like pure, I don't think pure is very good personally, but you can play like more minimal Dino package inside the Jurrac deck. But the main thing this can do if you do play the Stego is if you normal summon anything else that isn't Stego, like an OV for example, and this gets hand trapped, you can use the Volcano to pop this to special this, and then you just do your 1-card Stego combo. So this card's pretty good as a extender if you do play Stego, and it's a serviceable starter with a normal summon baby if you need to do that. So it's a pretty good card. And then next we have the Jurrac Eterero. This is like the other big one along with Megalo, since they kind of go hand in hand. Eterero is a level 10 fire dinosaur synchro, and you make this with a tuner and a non-tuner dinosaur. And what this one does, if it's synchro summoned, you can set a Jurrac spell trap from your deck or graveyard. So typically, for me at least, I set the Volcano and then just use it. I'll go grab the other card as well, I guess, that you could set off this, which is the trap card. Might as well go over that too. This is an older card, but it's called Jurrac Impact, and it's just a normal trap. If you control a dinosaur monster with 2,500 or more attack, destroy all cards in the field. So this is something you can set as well, but I don't really like this card in the deck personally. I think it's just win more, and it's another brick that you don't want to draw. So I think you have enough nukes as it is, and this card is not really necessary, so I'd rather not play the brick personally, but this is an option as well. So like if you happen to draw the Volcano already, you'd have another option to set. But I'm probably not going to play this in any version personally, but if you want to, you can. But so yeah, when synchro summoned, it gets a set, and then it has an on-field effect and a graveyard effect. Its on-field effect is once per turn, when your opponent would special summon a monster or monsters. Quick effect, you can banish 2 dinos from your grave, negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster. So it's like a solemn pretty much on the field, and it's pretty good. And all these cards are not hard once per turn. They're just once per turn per copy. So if you happen to end on 2 of these, you can do that twice. If you have 2 of these in the graveyard, you can do it twice. So that's good to know. And then its graveyard effect, which is the main thing that's important about this card, because it helps give you layering to your end boards. And when you pop the Megalo, that's what this is setting up. And it's during your opponent's turn. Quick effect, you can banish 2 Jurracs from your graveyard, including this card, and then you special summon a Jurrac Meteor from your extra deck, and it's treated as a synchro summon. So it's really nice. So you can use it on the field to summon negate, and then say you have like a conductor or whatever, you can just get this engrave, whether it's through that or it could be from your Volcano summoning a meteor or whatever. Then you'll just get another nuke, and yeah, it's pretty good. So I'll just go over Meteor, I guess, even though this is not a new card. This is the new artwork for it, though. Meteor is when this card's synchro summoned, destroy all cards in the field. Then you can special summon a tuner from your graveyard. So this is kind of what all these cards are kind of focused on doing. Like the Volcano, it has the one where if they did 4 monster effects and special summon a card, you can summon this. This one in the grave, if you banish itself another Jurrac, you can summon this. So that's kind of what this Jurrac strategy is focused on doing, is just summoning multiple meteors to just nuke the field several times. So it's pretty cool. You just have to play the deck a little bit differently. If you're playing like the Stego, this is like the main focus, where you're just going to be setting up like 3 nukes on a turn and then try to play for some follow-up, which I'll show you guys how to do in the deck profile where Stego is involved, because that's something that a lot of people are kind of not putting into account with this card. They're just doing like the 1-card combo where you set up a bunch of nukes, and then when it gets back to your turn, you don't really have a lot of plays to do. So I think it's important not to forget that, and make sure you have some kind of follow-up that can win you the game on turn 3. Because if you're just blowing up the field 3 times and ending on nothing, You're not winning games like that unless you have a way to end it on turn 3. So I'll show you guys the combo when I do the deck profile. Should be pretty soon, maybe sometime this weekend. But I have it all done. I just need to record it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Just figured we'll just do one video, kind of just going over all the new cards, just so it's all in one place, and then just some small pieces of information that I think are important to know when playing these cards. Yeah, as you can see from this video, this little guy has a lot of utility, and he's definitely the one that I think is the most important to kind of just helping the Dino deck out. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one. If you haven't seen the first deck profile, go check it out for sure, even if you don't have Fiendsmith. It's definitely worth watching. And be on the lookout for more Jurrac content coming soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.